Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Next topic is the Poisson distribution. The classical example of Poisson process is the radioactive decay. And you have seen such processes. Observing a piece of radioactive material over some time interval, for example, T, we can see that if we increase the time interval, the probability of occurrence of the event or decay is increasing. And if we decrease the time interval, then the probability of occurrence of the decay becomes less and less possible. So we can say that the probability of one and only one event, a decay, occurring in the interval t to t plus dt is proportional to dt. If the time dt becomes very small, the possibility will become very less. And if the time dt has large value, the possibility of the occurrence of the decay will also be large. So the probability is directly proportional to dt. We can say that probability of decay is equal to alpha dt, where alpha is the proportionality constant. Another possibility we can see is the every next decay is independent of the first. We cannot guess this much number of possibilities will be in the same time interval will be possible. If we have in 5 seconds, we have one decay. In the next 5 seconds, it may be 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 10 or 15. And then in the next, it may be 1 or 2 or 3, or we cannot guess if are the same in the same time interval, the number of decays will be the same. So because the radioactive decay is a random process, you cannot guess how much number of decays will occur in a given interval of time. In order to find in a given interval time t, there will be exactly m decays. So what will be the possibility or probability of occurrence of the number of m decays in the given time interval t? So this probability, a possibility can be obtained by the Poisson distribution. For this purpose, we use the binomial distribution and make a limit to the binomial distribution, because in this case we have again only the two events outcomes, whether decay will occur or decay will not occur, meaning decay or no decay. So we have two possibilities which is similar to the binomial distribution. We apply a limit so that we can easily combine correlate the two distributions, binomial distribution and the Poisson distribution. We can obtain the probability for the Poisson distribution if we subdivide the time interval n, time interval t, capital T, into small segments dt, such that t divided by dt is a very, very large term. The value of n is very, very large. In this, we see that we have subdivided the time interval into small size segments of length dt. And we have so many these, so n has a very large value as compared to 1. And this small time interval dt, whether a decay will occur or decay will not occur. If a decay occurs in each segment, either decay occurs, it will have a probability which we call PA, or P is equal to alpha dt. The probability is alpha dt, probability of decay, probability is equal to alpha dt. And when there is no decay, then this will the probability of PB, or we call it as Q, and this will be 1 minus P, because P plus Q must be equal to 1 for the normalization condition. In this case, the PB or Q is equal to 1 minus alpha dt because the value of P is equal to alpha dt. So we have Q or PB is equal to 1 minus alpha dt. Since the probability of more than one event in dt is too small to consider, we have made the time dt very, very small and it goes to 0 and make it so small that the probability of occurrence of more than one decay is not possible. We make dt so small that the possibility of occurrence of the decay is just one decay, not more than one decay. Either decay will occur in time dt or not occur. So the process is similar to the binomial distribution, and we can apply the rules or theory of the binomial distribution to the case of decay of the radioactive material. The probability of more than one event in dt is very, very small. So the process is equivalent to a binomial one. And we can use the characteristic function. This is the characteristic function of the binomial distribution. P of k is equal to Pa exponential minus iota k plus Pb raised to power n. Now we put the values of Pa and Pb and n in this relation. Since we have taken Pa is equal to P or alpha dt, where Pb was equal to Q or it will be equal to 1 minus alpha dt, and n has the value T over dt. So that we can write, putting value here, we are also applying the limit to the binomial distribution. So we are applying limit when dt goes to 0. Pa, which is equal to alpha dt, and Pb, which is equal to 1 minus alpha dt. By putting values here, we can write in this way. This is the value of Pa and this is the value of Pb, and we can see that we can take this alpha dt common from these two terms, so that we have this term 1 and plus this term alpha, and 1 alpha dt is common, so here will be exponential minus iota k, and from here we can have minus 1, so that we have this relation. We have to simplify this relation. For this purpose, we are using the exponential expansion of e raised to power x. As we know that exponential of x is equal to 1 plus x squared by 2 factorial plus so on. And if the value of x is very, very small, then we can neglect the square and higher terms of x, so that the exponential x reduces to exponential x equal to 1 plus x. And if we put x equal to this term, 1 को छोड़ के ये जो term है, इसको अगर हम x की को रख लें, इसमें तो ये exponential x की जगह हमारे पास ये आ गया is equal to 1 minus, और x की जगह फिर ये आएगा. तो exponential minus iota के minus 1 is equal to 1 plus alpha dt multiplied by exponential minus iota के minus 1. यानी this term in the bracket is this, which can be replaced by exponential alpha dt exponential minus iota के minus 1. तो हम इस टर्म को फिर इस टर्म से रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, और ये वजह कि हमने इसकी जगह फिर इसको लिख दिया है. और आप देख रहे हैं कि जब हम ये वैल्यू पुट करेंगे इसके अंदर, हमने इस वैल्यू को पुट कर दिया. अब पावर आप देख रहे हैं कि ये dt को आप इस dt के साथ कैंसिल कर सकते हैं, और ये t जो है इसको अंदर मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो हमारे पास ये रिलेशन आ जाएगा. और अब चूंकि dt की वैल्यू खत्म हो गई है तो अब लिमिट की भी जरूरत नहीं है. तो वी हैव एक्सपोनेंशियल अल्फा t exponential minus iota k minus 1 in this value. alpha t exponential minus iota k minus 1, so we can obtain this value. So this is the characteristic function for the Poisson regime. P of k is equal to exponential alpha exponential minus iota k minus 1 into t. This is the characteristic function for the and we know that we can find the probability density function because we have here the characteristic function for the binomialism but not the probability density function. So we have to find out the probability density function for the binomial for the Poisson distribution. And by definition, we know that the probability density function can be obtained by taking the inverse Fourier transform of the characteristic function. The probability density function can be obtained by taking the inverse Fourier transform of the characteristic function. यानी P of k का अगर हम inverse Fourier transform लेंगे तो हम इससे probability density function P of x obtain कर सकते हैं, जिसका रियल डेफिनेशन है कि P of x equal 1 over 2 pi integral minus infinity plus infinity exponential iota kx P of k dk. और इसमें P of k की वैल्यू जो हमने ऊपर फाइंड आउट की है वो वैल्यू यहाँ पुट करेंगे. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ P of k. ये वैल्यू हमने पुट की तो एक्सपोनेंशियल हमारे पास सिंप्लीफाई होके ये बन जाएगा. ये हमने इसमें इसके अंदर ये वैल्यू पुट की एक्सपोनेंशियल P of k की और उसके बाद हम इसको सिंप्लीफाई करना चाहते हैं. उसके लिए अगेन हम जो है वो एक्सपोनेंशियल x वाले जो टर्म है इक्वेशन है उसी को यूज करेंगे. एक्सपोनेंशियल x को हम चूंकि इस फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं 1 plus x और सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर्म में समेशन की फॉर्म में m is equal to 0 to infinity x की पावर m और m फैक्टोरियल. इसको इस फॉर्म में लिखा जा सके. एक्सपेंड करेंगे m की वैल्यूज के लिए तो यही रिलेशन हमारे पास आ जाएगा. अब इसमें हम अगर x को ये जो टर्म है अल्फा टी एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस योटा के ये अल्फा टी एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस योटा के ये वैल्यू इस इक्वेशन में पुट करें इस रिलेशन के अंदर तुम्हारे पास ये आ जाएगा अल्फा टी एक्सपोनेंशियल m ओवर m फैक्टोरियल, जिसको हम फिर हम इस फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं. m 0 टू इन्फिनिटी अल्फा टी रेज़ पावर m, इसको अलग कर दिया और इसको अलग कर दिया एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस योटा के m डिवाइडेड बाय m फैक्टोरियल. और इस वैल्यू को फिर हम इस इक्वेशन में पुट करेंगे. वैल्यू जो हम निकाल रहे हैं इसको हम पुट करेंगे इस इक्वेशन के अंदर. इसको इक्वेशन में पुट किया उसके बाद कुछ चीज़ें ये जो कॉमन थी ये बाहर निकाल लें. कम बाकी हमारे पास ये चीज़ बचा जिस इन दोनों एक्सपोनेंशियल को कंबाइन करेंगे तो एक्सपोनेंशियल योटा के x माइनस n या वो उसके उधर जो है वो ये कैपिटल M है. और यहाँ पे हमारे पास ये रिलेशन आ जाता है. इसको हम इससे बाहर निकाल लेंगे इंटीग्रल से. बाकी एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस योटा के m हमारे पास जो है वो फाइनली वैल्यूज पुट करने के बाद ये रिलेशन निकलेगा x माइनस m. इसमें ये डी के ओवर 2 पाई इंटीग्रल एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस x माइनस m इसको क्रॉनिकल डेल्टा बोलते हैं एंड दिस इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा x माइनस m. ये इंटीग्रल जो है वो इसकी इक्वल होता है कि इसमें अगर इसकी वैल्यू दिस इज कॉल्ड क्रॉनिकल डेल्टा x माइनस m. दिस इंटीग्रल 1 over 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity ये इंटीग्रल 1/2 पाई इंटीग्रल माइनस इंफिनिटी टू प्लस इंफिनिटी एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस योटा के x माइनस कैपिटल M into dk. This is called the canonical delta, and this is equal to delta x minus capital M. X minus capital M. When x is equal to M, this integral has value equal to 1. And when x is not equal to M, then this integral has value 0. When we expand putting this value into above equation, here something is missing. Iota k x minus M. This is actually x minus M as here this. Yeah. Minus iota k x minus M. This is some error. So correct this error. When we put value into this equation, exponential minus alpha t, this summation alpha t over m factorial, इसकी पावर अल्फा टी की पावर भी m है, ये भी मिसिंग है, ये भी अल्फा टी की पावर m, ये भी इसको भी करेक्ट कर लें, अल्फा टी की पावर m, तो so that we have final this relation m is equal to 0 to infinity exponential minus alpha t raised to power m over m factorial in canonical delta x minus m. This is the probability density function for the Poisson distribution. The probability of m events is therefore when we put the value x equal to m. In that case, this canonical delta will be equal to 1, and for all values of x other than m, the canonical delta will be 0. So when we expand this term for the different values of m, we have so many values for this term, it will be only equal to 1. This delta will only equal when x and m have the same values. All other values will be 0. So we have this is equal to 1. We have only this value in exponential alpha t raised to power m over m factorial. This gives the probability of the Poisson distribution. If we want to find the exactly m decays in a given time interval t, in the given time interval t.